Hi, my name is Miss Jenny. I am a piano teacher in the Bay Area and also teach music theory. Recently, I have a couple of students going to take the ABRSM Grade 5 theory exam. So I decided to make a video to walk through the past paper from the Grade 5 theory textbook and explain the answer with you step by step. The exam has totally 7 sections. They are rhythm, pitch, keys and scales, interval, chords, terms and sign, and the last section is music and content.
Start with the rhythm
and you have to finish the exam within 2 hours.
1.1.
So now let's get started
for each of this bar. So let's look at the first option, A. So we have 6/4, 4/4, 5/4. So we have to see how many quarter notes in the measure. So bottom 4, they are representing quarter note. So now we have to see how many quarter notes we have in this measure. So the first one, you will see there's a set triplet. So in order to find the actual value, we have to deduct 2 of them. So we only count 4. 16th note, we also call that as a semiquavers. So this is the first quarter note. Now we'll make a circle to show the second quarter note. This is the third quarter note, and then the ending, we have the fourth quarter note. So the answer would be 4/4. Okay, move on to question B. Now the options are 6/8, 7/8, and 4/4. Then now the bottom number, we have 8. So that means we are going to find how many eighth notes in one measure. So let's see. This contains 2, the first quarter note, the C sharps, the third one, this is the fourth one, 5th, and 6th. So the answer will be 6/8. Question C, we have 12/8, 7/4, 5/4. So we can see how many eighth note or quarter note in this measure. So I think let's start with the quarter note. So we have 2. This is the third one. This is the fourth. This is the triplet. So while we are looking for the triplet, we only count 2 of the eighth notes to find the actual value of the triplets. So, and then the last one is a half rest, so 6 and 7. So the rhythm is 6/4. Okay, now move on to the next question, 1.2. Here is a bar in simple time, and we're going to see which of the following shows the bar above correctly rewritten in compound time, and tick 1 box. So what is a compound time and simple time? Simple time, we are trying, the example for simple time is like 3/4, 2/4, or 4/4, or 3/8. And each beat is divided into 2 sections. For example, if we have 2/4, we have 2 quarter notes, and each quarter note can evenly divided into 2 eighth notes. So we call this as a 2/4. And when we have compound time signature like 6/8, they are grouped it. 1 beats are dotted quarter notes. So each beat is divided into 3 eighth notes. So the beats are divided into 3. So that's the compound time. We will count at 1 end and 2 end. But for simple time, we will count it in 2. So 1 end, 2 end. So let me give you an example. If 3/4, so we have 3 quarter notes, and compare this to 6/8. We both have 6 eighth notes, right? But the grouping is totally different. So now we have some rules to remember when you're trying to do this kind of question. There are 3 rules that you can remember. Now I'm going to show it right here. Okay, so when we're trying to transpose from a simple time to the compound time, we can cancel triplets. So we're going to cancel this triplet. Okay, and so I think all the triplets are removed, but the thing is, we're not gonna change any rhythm. Okay, it should be sound like the same. So so I don't think they should group the rest together. Now the only difference And now the only difference between the second and the third option is the 4/8 or 6/8. So 2/4 is 2/4 note, and 6/8 is 4/8 note. So the rhythm, like each note's a halved. So I don't think 4/8 would be the answer. So 6/8, the last one, without changing the rest, without grouping the rest, would be the answer. And then the next question, 1.3, 12 in 12/16, there are how many dotted quaver beats in a bar? So 16 means 16th notes. So we have 12/16th note. So let's try to write it down. So 12/16. So we have 4 groups. And then what is a dotted quaver? Quaver is an 8th note with a dot. Okay, so how to find the value of the dot would be an 8th plus half of its value, which is 16. Okay, so which means it contains 3/16 in total. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 dotted quaver beats in the bar. Next one, B, a dotted semibreve is equal to how many minims? A dotted semibreve is a whole note, dotted, equal how many minim? Minim is a half note. Okay, so we're gonna list out the equation. So a half note plus a whole note plus a half note. So now we have 3 minims in total. Okay, this is 4 plus 2. So 6 beats. So we need 3 minims. Next question, 1.4. Give a tick to show which bar is grouped correctly. So we're gonna see the time signature is 4/8. Okay, so which means the beats should be grouped in every 8th note. Okay, so let's see which one has the best grouping. So I'm gonna circle all the 8th note and see which stem are connecting better than the other. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they're grouped at the 3rd and 4th beat together. So it doesn't look really nice. 1, okay, the first beat is separated. And then we have 2, 3. Wow, very messy. So I won't take the last one and I will give the first one as the answer. Okay, last question in the rhythm sections, 1.5. Give a tick and cross each box to show whether the rest are correct or incorrect. So we have to take a look on the time signature very careful again. 6/4, is that a compound time or simple time? That's a compound time. So 6/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They should be grouped in 2 groups. Okay, and then let's look at the question. So this is the first quarter note, second, third, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, pretty nice. They shouldn't group the rest together. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is correct. And 1, 2, 3. This is also correct. There's one grouping that I want you to pay attention is when you have like a compound time. So when you have a dotted 8th as the beat of the compound time, if you try to divide them into 3/8 notes, okay? If the first 2 beat is resting, you can group them together. But if the second and the third one is a rest, you can't. So what I'm saying is, if you do like 3/8, okay, so we have 3/8 notes. So one, you have to separate for the second and the third beats if they're resting. But if I try to put the rest in the front, I have to group them together. Sorry, that should be 8 note. Should be grouped the first two beats together, 1, 2, 3. So I group it the first two rests as the quarter rest. But if they are at the second and the third beat, I have to make them separated. So this is correct and also correct. So all the rest are correctly written. Okay, now the next section is pitch. Okay, so we're gonna give a tick one box to show the name of this note. This clef is alto clef. So the hook that they're pointing, which is the middle line, that's representing middle C. So that's the middle C. So we have to count from the middle C and to find what is the note given. So this is C, E, G, B. So that's a B. Next one, give a tick one box to show the correct and harmonic equivalent of this note. So this is a F double sharp. F double sharp. So when you have F, go sharp to F sharp, and then one more sharp, so you're landing on G. So the answer is G. And harmonic equivalent is actually meanings. We are going to press the same notes, same key, but we have a different name. So that's called an harmonic equivalent. Next one, 2.3. Here's a bar of a sounding pitch for the trumpet in B flat. So B flat, a trumpet is a transposing instrument. What you see is not what you hear from the music, from the score. So we have to transpose our music to find the actual sound. So now we're going from sounding pitch to the written pitch. What we need to do is transpose the melody up a major second. Okay, so we're gonna give a tick to the one that is correctly written and cross for the one incorrectly written. So we have to find every sections, including the key signature. So this is the melody that with one sharp, so we know this is a G major. One sharp is G major. So a major second means a whole step. What is a whole step? Is, for example, C to D, and then you have one key in between, no matter it's black and white. So F to G also, but if you go from E, if I go a major second up, which is a whole step up, you will landing on F sharp. Okay, so we have also the thing about is 1, 2, you go 2 half step. Okay, so you will find what is the notes that landing on after a whole step up. So now this is G major, G, 1, 2, so G, G sharp, A, so we're landing on A. So A major contains 3 sharps, so that is correct. Next one, this is A, now we go half step, whole step, so we're landing on B, that's also correct. This is the F sharp to G. Sharp. Don't forget the key signature is given here. So also whole step. Now C to D sharp. A little too far. C to D sharp is 1, 2, 3. Containing 3 half step. So that's not correct. This is B flat to C sharp. It's also too far. B flat to C sharp. So 1, 2, 3. I'll contain 3 half step also. That's not the answer. Now let's move on. 2.4. Compare bars A, B, C, and then circle true or false for each of the 3 statements. So this is testing if the student knowing their octaves well enough. So I will suggest students to write 3 lines. So we have 3 lines. This is bass C, treble middle C. So and treble C, since they don't have a piano with them while they're doing the exam. So I want them to draw the line to visualize where the music and the melody are starting. So the first one is starting above the middle C, so write A. This is the alto clef. The middle line is the middle C, so it's starting below the middle C, B. And question C is starting above the treble C. So now based on the table that we have, and we will do the question. A and B are at the same pitch, Fas. B is 1 octave lower than C, Fas. It should be 2 octaves. It should be 2 octaves. 1 is 1 octave higher than A. That's true. Okay, now moving on to key and scales. This is a big section, okay? And 3.1, we're gonna give a tick to show which correctly written key signature of D flat major. So while you do these sections, you have to know your circle of fifth very well. So make sure you're memorizing it. And I will suggest students to draw one before they start the exam, so they can just refer to the table while they are type of question. So D flat major, we have 5 flats. So make sure all the flats are lining up correctly. So the first one is not starting on B flat, so it won't be correct. Okay, B, E, A, D, G, and then they're using a zigzag pattern. Seems very nice. And then the next one we have B, and then this is already F, so I don't think this one the answer. So not starting on B. So the second one will be the answer. So make sure you're knowing the order of sharps and flats very well. And then F sharp major, we have 6 sharps. Okay, so this one looks not very tidy. F, C, G. This is not starting on G. And then this is not starting on F. This is starting on F, F, C, G, D, A, but we shouldn't add larger lines, okay? You have to come back down, so that won't be the answer. So the last one will be the answer for our key signature in F sharp major. Okay, next one. 3.3, circle the correct key for each melodies, including they might ask you maybe a minor key or major key. So first of all, I will let you to write down all the sharps that you have. And in this question, we have F sub, C sharp, and G sharp. And I think they're pretty in a good order, because the order of sharp of F, C, G, D, A, E, B, right? And we already have F, C, G, okay? So they're in a good order. So, and then the key that we have 3 sharps is A major. E minor has 1 F sharp only. B major, we have 5 sharps. D major, 2 sharps. So that won't be the answer. Okay, next one, B. Okay, same. I'm gonna write down all the flats. Okay, so you see they have quite a lot, okay? So write down the order of the flats and see how many you got. So we got B, E, A, D, B, E, A, D, G, C. Oh, we got 6 of them. So what is the key with 6 flat? Okay, so this is a clock, and then it's showing the circle of fifths. So I think it's a really good tool for you to knowing how it works, okay? And also while you're doing some exercise. So we look at that. So we have G flat major. We have, see, it's 6 o'clock, so it contains 6 flat. So G flat, we have 6 flats. How about B flat minor? B flat minor, we have 5 flats. And then D flat major, we have 5 flats also. A flat major, we only have 4. Okay, so I think G flat major will be the answer because it's containing 6 flats. Okay, next one. G sharps, only a G sharp. So when we're doing order of sharps, we have F, C before we get going to G. So it might be the seventh note of our minor scales. So G major, we only have F sharp, D major is F, C, D minor, we have one flat, so it won't be the answer. So it should be A minor, and G sharp is the seventh note, which is the harmonic scales. We raise up our seventh notes for ascending and descending. Next one, we're gonna take one box for X and one box for Y to show which notes are needed to complete a B major scales. So which means B major scales, we have 5 sharps, okay? F, C, G, D, A, E, B, and then we'll only take F, C, G, D, A. So let's see, we are starting from B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So we're gonna add sharps. So F, C, G, D, A. Okay, so E, I should put in E. Y should be putting A sharp. Okay, so I suggest you to write down the scales out. Okay, the next sections is quite challenging for a lot of students. Circle one clef for each scale to form the minor scales. Okay, so which means we're gonna choose the clef that can make it form a minor scales. I will suggest students to write all the clef, and then imagine you put the clef in the beginning, and you will know what scales it eventually form. So this would be a C flat minor. Make sure you're forming minor scales, okay? Bass clef would be a E flat minor. And then if I put it as alto clefs, so this is the C, will be D flat minor. If this is a tenor clef, we're starting on B flat minor. Okay, so let's see, when we have C flat minor, which is a B minor, okay, C flat equal to B, so it's 2 sharps, won't be the treble clef. E flat minor, we will have 6 flats. Okay, optional might be one of the option. D flat minor, which is also C sharp minor. Okay, so 4 sharp, not on the sharp side. B flat minor, we have 5 flats. So let's see how many flats we get. So this is the first one, because the starting and the ending is the same one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 flats. So the answer is E flat minor. And the descending one. Okay, next one. Okay, we only have 1 sharp in there. So let's write it down. It should be G minor. That would be B minor if I put it in the front. And that would be an A minor. And this one would be F minor. So the first one is G minor. G minor, we contain 2 flats. No. B minor, we have 2 sharps. Okay, but only have 1 sharp in our melody. Next one, A minor, no. But this is ascending, so we might have our G sharp in there. And then F minor, we have So what do we have for F minor? F minor, we have 4 flats. Okay, so I think A minor would be the option. And the raising sharp is the harmonic scales, meaning raise up the 7th note. So this is the G sharp. G sharp landing on A. Okay, last one. I'm gonna write down all the possible key. So this is a B minor. This is a D minor, C minor, and A minor. Okay, we have 2 sharps there. Okay, and descending, so it might be a melodic minor or melodic, and then the 7th note is not raised. So we'll see. So B minor, we contain 2 sharps. Oh. And then D minor is 1 flat, won't be the answer. C minor, flat also. A minor,
no sharps and flat, and this is a descending, and the seventh note is not raised, so it should be B minor, and that would be B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp. So we have F sharp and C sharp, and this is the B minor melodic descending scales. Okay, next one, 3.6. Choose circle true or false for each statement. This is the correctly written chromatic scale beginning on F sharp, true or false. Okay, so chromatic scales means the scales are moving half step. So I will suggest student to write down all the notes. So F sharp G, G sharp A sharp B, B sharp. Oh, you find something weird here. B sharp to C sharps. B sharp, C sharp. Okay, might be good. And then we have D, D sharp, E sharp, and F. We should be starting and ending with the same note. So it should be ending on F sharp, and E sharp is F is the same note. So that's not correct, so false. And then this is the chromatic starting on A, and this is the descending one. So let's write down A, G sharp, G, F sharp, F, E sharp. They are probably the same notes. E, D, C sharp, C, B, B flat, A. Okay, they're starting correctly, and no notes is more than 2 notes. Like no notes on the same space or line more than 2 notes. But I think we repeated too much on the F and E sharp, so that's a false. Okay, last sections of the key and scales. So this is true or false statement. Okay, there are some technical terms you have to know before you do this question, which is the technical name of the scales. I just want to do some revision and also pull up the table here. Tonic, dominant, dominant, submedium, leading tone. Okay, which means step of our scale. So supertonic means the second note of the scales. Tonic means the first note. Dominant means the fifth note. Okay, so E flat, the second note, E flat, next note is an F. Okay, so that's not, this is E flat. Next one's F sharp, tonic, which is the first note. This is the F sharp. Pretty good. Dominant of E minor, so we're gonna find the fifth note, E, E, F, G, A, B. Do we need sharp for the B? No, because we only have one sharp, F sharp, so B, but we have A here. So